What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. We are about to begin our conquest of the Ottoman Empire any day now. It looks like Ethiopia is also already begun their invasion. We are going to send some forces to our front line and, of course, hopefully begin this invasion, preferably before July 1st. We are on a timeline. We only have about 23 years left. I want to hopefully knock out 2 different wars before this game ends. And they are in a coalition against me. That is obviously very, very bad. Let's go to our coalition map mode. If I declare on the Ottomans, the Russians would come in. And I really don't want to spend the next 10 years in just a single war. We are going to go ahead and recruit another advisor, getting some additional missionary strength from an inquisitor. And unpause the game. We have fully annexed Bremen, and it looks like we might begin annexing Austria. Unfortunately, they are disloyal. What about the Palatinate? They are disloyal as well. I could attempt to conquer the Friesland here, or Brabant. Not too sure what my goal would be. Brabant is in a coalition, and so is Friesland here. What about Cologne? Pretty much every country that's still left in the game is pretty much out to get me, except Brandenburg. But we are in Brandenburg. We are in a truce with them. Man, I really just want to declare war, but with this coalition, it certainly won't end well. Let's try to somehow improve relations with the Commonwealth, possibly even Russia, but because we took so much territory, I doubt any improved relations would really help us at this time. Our truce with Spain ends in 1807, so another 8 years. Man, I really just want to start conquering some territory, but at the same time, I really don't want to risk everything we fought for. Let's send these heavy ships into port, have them be repaired. And possibly even consolidate our regiments. We have the ability to create new states. I believe we will do that. And we have the ability to use our diplomatic power. We have now unlocked a decent reserve, having 1 million manpower. I have never actually had that happen, surprisingly enough. Let's spend some of our administrative power, create some new states, turn our territories into states, of course. This will lower our autonomy, granting us more manpower, more production, and more taxation. You can see here we are going to be getting a lot of extra money. And all of this will cost administrative power. Went from about full administrative power down to a little less than 400. But of course, we are going to be making 164 ducats every single month. We have full diplomatic power. Might as well send a missionary to Ingil. Convert the Orthodox to Protestant, and we are going to spend our diplomatic power most likely going to be here in Alexandria. And they do have 30 development. Don't need to be spending this much. What about Suez? Let's bring you up as well. And Damietta. 20, 20, and of course we'll bring you up to 20 as well. And we are hoping the coalitions will dissipate very, very soon. We are converting more and more provinces to the one true faith. If I declared war on Spain once again, I would obviously have -5 stability and gain some war exhaustion with some aggressive expansion. I might do that. I really don't know. What if I declared war on Ethiopia? Conquered some of their territory. I might do that. And in fact, I believe I will. Our truce with Brandenburg has expired. And we have 500,000 units versus about 150. We will allow people to sample new religions. And of course, these Ottoman revolutionaries are giving the Ottomans a very, very challenging time. I believe we have completed our core here, or at least something with Moscow. Continuing to convert more and more territories to Protestantism. What I would love to do is just further increase my range of the Black Sea here, or the Red Sea, I should say. I have the ability to invest in new technology. I don't believe I will. Let's create a trade company inside of Cyprus. Might as well use some of the money we have. Most of our cores are going to be finishing up. That is very good news. And we are going to be sending more troops down to Ethiopia. Even these 60,000 troops. We have won the siege of Haleb. Brandenburg has now entered into a military coalition. We are going the wrong way. We're hoping that people will leave. Instead, we are declaring more and more wars, forcing more and more nations to join against us. Sending more of our troops down. We will once again improve our missionary strength. Hopefully it should take some of these really, really tough provinces that were about 25 months to convert down to about 18. Shaving off some time, even heading into Yanbu here without a leader. Let's add one. And kicking butt and taking names, exactly what I thought would happen. Now, I don't see any additional forts. We may as well try to return some territory from the Ottomans. Every time we liberate a province, the Ottomans will like us more and more. Our sieges are continuing. We now have -2 unrest, which is absolutely fantastic. Sending more and more missionaries. We are now in the year 1801. And we are racing against the clock to try to conquer as much territory as we can. And we do have a general. We have won the siege of Shamar. Over 1 million manpower. That's so awesome. Let's convert Navarra and Granada to Protestantism. Sending more and more troops down to Ethiopia through the Red Sea eventually. And of course, we could begin taking over some of these coastal provinces as well. I would love to take this small province, but it is owned by Oman and not Ethiopia. We are going to take some additional administrative power. You can never really have enough. Let's try to save our forces in Sukan. We are force marching our way over. Not sure if we're going to win this battle, though, unfortunately. Or possibly. Remove force march from both sets of troops. We are once again sieging down more and more territory, moving into their capital. This siege has been going on for so long, and you can see here that it takes almost 60 days for just one siege turn. Usually it takes around 28 to 35. Allowing people to sample new religions. Once again, we have an additional missionary. Now, as soon as this province falls, we are going to be flooding troops over from, I guess this is modern day Middle East. Saudi Arabia, that's the word I was looking for. Obviously, Saudi Arabia's up here, but you know. Alright, we can't flood our troops across because we are being blockaded. And it looks like we have 60,000 units here for mercenaries. We have finally taken their capital province. And I would love to just see how much territory I could even take. I would want to do something like this. Alright, this is getting dangerously close to over 100% overextension. I might do something like that. And I believe I will. 51% overextension, and of course 114% overextension, and 51 aggressive expansion. And I believe I will send some troops over. We have 1,029 diplomatic power. Might as well spend it somewhere. Possibly in Finisterre, bring you up to 30 development. And of course, begin the production of naval equipment factories. Let's give you some type of leader. A 6-3 could be quite devastating. Force march the rest of our troops. Absolutely kicking butt here. They do have a negative terrain, and they are going against a 6-1 or 6-3 general, or something along those lines. Kicking butt and taking names. Alright, these 1.8 thousand troops can retreat. And a peace offer from Ethiopia. I don't believe we will. Our conquest is going slowly, but it is doing quite well. $15,000 ducats in our coffers. We have an extra missionary. Might as well convert some Coptic provinces. Let's take a look at our religious map mode. We have done very, very well over these past couple hundred years. I would love to convert all of Iberia to Protestantism, but we'll need to conquer them first. Norway has insulted us. And the Ottomans are kicking Ethiopian butt. Let's see if we can head over into these mountains. Oh my goodness, this is going to be perfect. Because we own the fortress, they are going to have the mountain penalty. Oh, they're going to get their butts kicked right now. About to take out 36,000 troops. It would be really fun for them to assault N as well. These troops are going to get demolished. And these troops are going to get demolished as well. Haha, fantastic. We are going to send these 60,000 troops over to Tajora. Start converting more and more provinces. May as well send our missionaries somewhere. Tangiers. I would love for you to attack me. We'll see if that happens, though. Now, what I really need more than anything is some sort of canal to connect the Mediterranean Sea to the Indian Ocean. I would really love that. Peace offer from Ethiopia. I don't believe we will. Now, I do believe 70,000 troops could certainly crush what little resistance I have left. But we are in the mountains, so it would be a phylic victory, dare I say so. Convert more and more territories, that's the name of the game. Recruit another advisor, possibly a diplomatic statesman. We have 4 lazy diplomats. Might as well send them somewhere. Our only real friend is Denmark and Persia. If I could even call Persia a friend. They believe they are threatened by our presence. And of course, they certainly are. Now, I may just go ahead and end this war here, prep for any future invasions. Alright, clear our offers, take as much of the Red Sea as I possibly can. And, of course, we want this fortress. And I believe this will be the territory we will take. And 260 administrative power. Our war with Ethiopia has concluded. They are now cut off from the rest of Saudi Arabia and this peninsula. From Arabia, slavery abolished in Berbera. Xyla, slavery is abolished. I wonder what they'll produce instead. Wool and wool. Not necessarily the best commodity, but it is worth something. I think slaves would have been worth a lot more. And we have the ability to create more cores. I believe we will. And we have 20 years until the end of our campaign. Fortunately enough, we were able to finish our Better Than Napoleon achievement, and we are now preparing for a war against either the Ottomans or Spain. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. As always, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in our next adventure.